I'll be straight with you. I think we're past the point where I just want to use you to further my own goals. I may be starting to like you. Now, I don't want you thinking your pal Rose is going soft on you, so let me just say this. If you ever get it in your head to screw me over, I will gut you with this here saw and string your entrails up like Christmas tinsel. Nothing personal. promotion over in Huntersville. Gotta be you, huh? Yeah. I kind of figured that maybe you'd have a long-term with trappers. Real shame. Then again, maybe it wasn't such a bright move, sticking around when they found out the town was run amok with those big dumb galoots. Why don't you go figure out what happened to the diehards next? Probably just plain starved after Margie man. Bunch of useless old softies. Margie had her own room at the state house. It's her last known location. See if she left anything behind.
techie's a good piece of gear. Keeps everything running around here. Testing ballistic capabilities.
I prefer working at night. Sure, it can be a pain to get the lighting right, but the peace and quiet makes a big difference.
eaten for days. You whine like puny human. What you say? What you going to do? Someone there.
Brotherhood needs good recruits like me. Whoa. I think our saviors have finally arrived. Are you buying this
Let us take care of
peace
things
idea
here.
these Brotherhood types are putting down?
Order, learning, protection. What we need here.
The Brotherhood says.
Welcome to Fort... Hello, Russell Dorsey, Brotherhood Initiate. Welcome to Fort Atlas. Looking to sign up? Or just curious? Well, either way, I guess it's not me you want to talk to. Most of the fort's off limits to civilians, but if you're interested, Knight Shin's in charge of the new recruits. He's very serious about protocol and security, so you'll have to speak to him first if you want to get anywhere.
I like the sound of that.
Any news to share?
Whatever it takes.
I have real duties to attend to. The outer perimeter is still insecure, the provisions aren't properly stowed, and we're awash in hopefuls. I have no
Your
time to be
duties are what I
babysitting
say they
civilians.
are, Knight. Your objections are noted, but this is a direct order from your commanding officer. Help us put on a good face for the local people. We've just moved into their backyard. They're nervous. Show them we mean no harm.
If you insist, Paladin. If there's nothing further, I'll have the completed report on your desk shortly.
I expect nothing less from you. As you were, Shin.
Paladin,
Bored. Bored, bored, bored. Oh.
Hey, hey, here comes trouble. I hope.
I should be getting back to work, so get at it if you're gonna.
Fortifications appear adequate. Rushed.
All this concrete, place is like a tomb.
What the heck does Captain
we'll have to do something.
Hope this lot's true to their word. Make it quick if you would. My bones ain't getting any younger.
Look what the rad roach dragged in.
Throwing nukes left and right. The people of Appalachia think a bomb.
The California members show no sign of infectious disease from outside the territory.
But how do I show that I'm fit to be a scribe?
If you're here with a request for the Brotherhood, get in line. I don't have time for you right now. Did he? Initiate Dorsey is supposed to be manning his post at the entrance, not acting as my secretary. Initiate Dorsey is too trusting. But I can't fault his commitment. Perhaps he sees something in you worth our interest. Are you another aspirant to our order?
Get to go out and prove my worth.
Some strange readings from somewhere below.
Wanting isn't enough. And not everyone who shows up looking to join our order is worthy of becoming an initiate. Normally, I'd stick you with the other hopefuls until we decide whether you're worthy. But if you're serious about joining us, you've got good timing. There's something you could do for me that would help the order and demonstrate your qualities as a candidate.
Night Shin's training, weapons.
We've had a number of civilians show up here at Fort Atlas, asking for one thing or another from the Brotherhood. People are afraid, or want something, or are looking to involve us in local squabbles. Civilian outreach is not my specialty. There's too much left to do to secure this facility. If you're really interested in helping, save my time. Interview the petitioners, find out what they want, and report back to me. Do this right. Don't make me regret giving you the opportunity. Conduct yourself properly, and we can consider putting you forward as an initiate candidate. This is a security office, not a social club. If you're not finished, get back to me.
Well, now, you with these... Well, so... A thing for the cup. So, in return... Very nice.
If rushed. What is it now?
Hey! You know... Shin? Yeah? Now all the time. For... Damn.
Yes. I am waiting. The severe... I had heard. My reason. I came to... Given this... Thank you.
Life wrapped up in metal.
Speak or go away. I do not tolerate eavesdroppers.
This
You gotta
place
have
is
something.
kind of a
Oh, all right. The prop? No, never. I came here. At least they don't.
Military-grade hardware.
Have you finished the task I gave you? Good. Let's go. I have the list from there. The Brotherhood is not, unless the doc... That shows. That appears. Next report. We are not That's irrelevant. Enough about that. No. Listen to me. Moving on. Impossible.
The California members show no signs of infectious disease.
That sounds like our people did not rob. That's everything. Against mine. You need to loot. Should you wish to go to our scribe.
We have to cut ourselves free
Be
from
vigilant.
America to rebuild America. Take the old and
Do not
forge it anew.
attempt to access the secure parts of this facility.
Dale McKnight. Then I'll show those raiders who's boss.
Hello, civilian. I don't mean to be rude, but what exactly are you doing up here? Did he now? Knowing Knight Shin, I'm guessing that's not exactly how it went down. But if you're a prospective initiate, then I guess we're both in luck. Paladin Romani makes the call on new recruits, but the Knight and I have some influence. It just so happens I'm in need of someone to help me out on a little mission. If you're interested, I can bring you along and put you to work. Do a good job, and I'll send a recommendation your way. How about it? Didn't even have to think about it. Let me give you a quick rundown of the mission before we start. Our new base is littered with old technology, but there's something in particular I want to investigate. It's down in the bowels of this place, a part of Atlas that we've cornered off. I'm not keen on going alone, so I'd like some backup. Any questions before we start? Great! Unfortunately, I need to finish. Watch your step, it's a mess up here. One needs help with it. Good, you're here. So, how do you feel about reading comprehension? I was hoping to start out by sweeping the area for documentation left behind from before the war. Yet, you'd be amazed how many people refuse to do it. But enough about that. I'd like to get started. Let's head downstairs and see what we can turn up. This looks like what we need. Here's one. Here's a document. This must be Dr. Hammond, Atlas's lead scientist. We recovered some of his holotapes and logs in our initial sweep of the area. This tech down here is his handiwork, and he couldn't give it up. Even after the war, I should make arrangements for a proper burial. I think this is good. Let's talk for a sec. That should be enough to start. Let me take a look. Atlas decommission report. So the project was in bad shape after all? Oh, I knew it sounded too good to be true. Fascinating. Wow. This is some seriously classified stuff that I just let you read, isn't it? I wasn't supposed to show you any of this. That's a mature attitude to take. I really appreciate that. There's only so much I can tell you, but I'll share what I feel is relevant. Atlas wasn't exactly an observatory before the war. That was just a front. The military conducted research here. Pretty advanced research. We're down here to investigate and see what's worth salvaging for the Brotherhood. We run a tight ship in the Brotherhood. Or, at least we're supposed to. All of the information we collect is distributed on a need-to-know basis. I was hoping we could get through this without you needing to know, but I guess that was too much to ask. Now, let's follow up on some leads from this report. I'd like to do a quick inspection of some key components that should be nearby. There's probably a terminal around here. If it's still running, we can do a diagnostics test. That will tell us about some of the less accessible hardware. The report mentioned that the machine's intake pump was under a lot of pressure. Let's find the release valve for that and give it a spin, see what happens. Finally, the lower core on this level should have a wiring box. Why don't we take a glance at that to get an idea of the electrical hookups? Should be a simple inspection. You can have point, but I'll be looking over your shoulder the whole way. Take note of the details and we'll discuss how it goes after. Looks like we've got company. Let's talk. All right, let's go over the inspection results. The diagnostics check revealed some issues. Flux disruption in the induction loop, intake valves ruptured, and the ion focus? You'll need to going forward, if you're going to be a productive member of the Brotherhood. Next, we have the release valve. That went Well, what was your assessment? It certainly did. I'm going to mark that down as bad. Last but not least, the wiring. The wires were... Yep. I think the warm reception they gave us also points to that. Okay, well, sorry about the pop quiz. But in general, you're handling yourself well so far. A fair point. We have a saying among the scribes. Through discourse, we gain strength. This wasn't discourse. It was a test. I can't blame you for being upset. I wanted to see if you would pay attention. And I have my answer now. Sorry if I angered you. I'm worried about what our inspection turned up. There are a few parts I'd like to extract and examine in my lab. There's the pressure gauge, the core processor, and the ion focus. They should be upstairs. There's a lot I can learn from examining them if we can pull them out and get them back to my lab in decent condition. I want to take some notes on the core up there, so I'm going to leave the parts removal to you. Each extraction will be a little different, but in general, you'll want to use a light touch. I want the components in good condition, so please be careful. Any questions, or are you ready to get started? I'm counting on you. Let's see what you can do. I was going to trust you with this. can you pick up the induction coil up there on the machine core? That doesn't sound good.
Attempt to flee. Justice will be administered swiftly and fairly.
Glad that's over with. Whew. Whatever you did up there, the security system sure didn't like it. Thanks for the backup. I doubt I could have handled that on my own. Now that that's over with, let me take a look at what you've collected. The pressure gauge looks like it's in good condition. The core processor is out of commission, but I think with a little elbow grease, we'll get it working. The ion focus is completely wrecked. That's bad. This is a critical component. The induction coil has seen better days. Much better. And what is this? Is this ultrasight? Fascinating. This looks like some kind of compact power source. None of the documents, none of the terminals said anything about this. Did this power the whole machine? The fuel of the future. I'd heard the stories, but to think I could hold so much energy in my hands like this? Project Atlas may be beyond our power to repair, but we might have something here. I expected the machine to use a small reactor's worth of energy. They condensed that into a container I can hold in my hands. Oh, I could do a lot with this. You were a big help. I'm sure you have what it takes to be an initiate. And soon. Here, Take this letter to Paladin Romani. She'll make the final call on letting you into the Brotherhood, but my rec may tip the scales. I'm going back upstairs to take a look at these components. I need to catalog our findings. If nothing else, this ultrasight battery has piqued my interest. There's a lot I could learn from reverse engineering it. Oh, I'm giving you access to my private terminal, too. It has all the logs we recovered from when we moved in. After what we just went through, I think you deserve to know more about Project Atlas. Take a look if you get some free time. Thanks again for your help, and good luck with the Paladin.
latest patrol. He is gonna love it.
I'm never gonna make a name for myself holding down the fort. When do I get to go out and prove my worth?
An operation would involve this much paperwork. Ah, you must be the one I've been hearing about. Paladin Layla Romani. What do you need?
See if anyone needs help
need to remind Scribe Valdez to retune my power armor.
We'll make Atlas stronger than Fort Defiance ever was.
No meat approved. A perfectly preserved pie with every dinner declined. And this ration request doesn't even have a name on it.
As a paladin, I am the commander of the 1st Expeditionary Force to Appalachia, and by extension, the ranking officer here at Fort Atlas. It takes more than hope to join the Brotherhood. Knight Shin has spoken in your favor, but you'd also need Scribe Valdez's approval for me to consider your candidacy.
Disorder is to be expected in a place that lacked brotherhood.
Between this and the report I have from Knight Shin, we can discuss you becoming a member of our order. Consider it carefully. Do you wish to join our ranks?
I'll get to meet them in person someday.
We should spend less time mourning for Defiance and more time here, where Appalachia's future will be decided.
With the recommendations of Knight Shin and Scribe Valdez, I'm willing to consider you for membership. But first, I need to see how you handle yourself without direct supervision. In order to be effective in our operations here, we need to establish positive relations with the people of Appalachia. If we make them see us as a beneficial presence in the area, it will be much easier to secure cooperation in the future. We have reports of feral ghoul attacks on traders and travelers in the southwest forest region, indicative of a nest of some kind. I want you to clear it out.
Someone returned their gun to the wrong place again. Do I need to call a seminar on this? Throwing nukes left and right. The people of Appalachia think a bomb is a plaything?
The settlers want to rebuild, but they're only looking to the future. We need to understand the past as well, or we're going to make the same mistakes we made forward. Is gonna love it.
Disorder is to be expected in a place that lacked Brotherhood oversight for so long. Still, this is... I am a link in the chain that binds. That is what keeps this order together. nuke. We arrived in Appalachia not a moment too soon.
I can't wait to tell Max about my latest control. He's gonna love it.
No meat approved. A perfectly preserved pie with every dinner declined. And this ration request doesn't even have a name on it. Someone returned their gun to the wrong place again. Do I need to call a seminar on this? Another nuke? We arrived in Appalachia not a moment too soon. No meat approved. A perfectly preserved pie with every dinner declined. And this ration request doesn't even have a name on it. If I don't sleep tonight, I should be able to get this list done.
I can't wait to tell Max about my latest control.
We should spend less time mourning for Defiance and more time here, where Appalachia's future will be decided.
Order, learning, protection. I have everything I need here.
Each day in service of the Brotherhood is a step forward.
When do I get to go out and prove my worth?
Raiders causing trouble again. We'll have to do something about them. Throwing nukes left and right. The people of Appalachia think a bomb is a plaything?
We'll make Atlas stronger than Fort Defiance ever was.
I am a link in the chain.